Hello everyone and welcome to our mini-series to do with iMovie. We're going to focus on the iPad app for iMovie. There is a desktop version with much more functionality, but we'll focus on the iPad one for now and then possibly dive into the desktop app in the future to look at some of the deeper and more complicated features that are available on there. But for now, let's get started. Okay, so I'm on iPad today. I'm using iPad Pro, so you'll be able to see the little cursor on screen here to see where I'm going. Apologies in advance for the little clicky sound like this. It's just a little bit easier for me to use the trackpad to show you exactly where I'm clicking, instead of you having to guess where my finger taps are on screen. So let's take a look into the iMovie app, which comes free with all Apple devices, iMacs, iPads, iPhone even. You can use iMovie on there. But I think iPad is really nice for being sort of in between. It's got a camera for photos and videos inbuilt. It's got a forward-facing camera for any sort of headshots or headpieces to the camera, and really sort of a nice entry point for children just learning how to put movie projects together. So as you can see here, we've got no current projects. All we're going to do when we first open iMovie is click or tap on Create Project here. You'll have two options. In a later video, I'll show you trailers, and actually trailers might be a good place to start with some of the younger children, because they actually limit things to about 30 seconds, and it gives you a nice storyboard framework to work from, where they've just got to drag and drop in their own pictures or videos. But to learn the very fundamentals of the app, let's go into Movie. So as soon as you open up the movie section, you'll be presented with your photo library from your device, and all you have to do is just go through and pick out some photographs and videos that you'd like to include in your video. I'm just going to pick some random ones from my camera roll here, maybe from trips away with the children, nice photographs, just things that I want to include. And once you've done that, you are going to click the Create button at the bottom here. It'll give you how many items you've included and a rough estimation of how long your video is going to be. So if you know you want to keep things down to 3 minutes and this says it's on 5 or 6, then you need to deselect some of the pictures that you've selected. I'm going to continue going through my photo library here, picking some nice photos and videos, and I'll be back with you when I've completed that job. Okay, so I've got about 24 items there. It's approximately 2 minutes long. Let's keep it simple at that. So I'm going to go down and click Create Movie. It'll take a few seconds and then it'll put everything into order for you in the order that you picked it. You can see here I've picked out just a couple of photographs that I'd like to use. Okay, so what you can do is you can just press play and have the video play as it is, and it'll just be a bit of a slideshow of images. The little squares in the middle here are transitions between your photographs, and as standard it puts a very simple one in. So why don't we talk about transitions first? So what you can do is you can click on the little square, and that'll let you choose how long you want that transition to be. So if you want it to fade gently, you can have a 2-second transition, which will take it from like this, and very slowly fade in the next image. And you have to do that, apply it to every single one. So if you want to do that again, you go to this one, and then 2, and it'll slowly fade it in. Or if you want things to happen quite quickly, you can take it down to half a second, for example, and you'll see that your transitions happen quite quickly between photographs. I think generally each photograph as standard by default is displayed for about 4 seconds. But what you can do is you can tap on the photograph and you can grab the edges of it, the yellow part, and just drag it along like this. The same for this one. Drag it along like this, and it just shortens the amount of time that that photograph is on the screen. So let's take it back to the beginning, slide along. This white line, by the way, is kind of your guide for where you are in your video if you want to scroll backwards and forwards through it. Take it right to the beginning. So this should be on for less than 4 seconds. My transition should be quick. Let's have a look. There we are, it goes quite nicely. Now, on this picture here, I want the focus not to be on the ice cream van, but I want the focus to be on the children. So I'm going to select that picture again. And on here, you can see on the right-hand side, we've got some options. So Ken Burns is basically just that feature of the photograph sort of zooming or moving slightly. Pinch to position the start. So all I'm going to do with both of my fingers is I'm going to grab and zoom in to where I want the picture to start. Then I'm going to select the next one here and I'm going to position it over here. So it's sort of going along the line of the children, ignoring the ice cream van in the background. So let's go to the beginning of that image and make sure that it follows that track. There we go. If I wanted to change it, very, very quick job. It's much easier to do this on iPad than it is on the desktop. Maybe start with the whole image and finish off zoomed in on a few children at the back. And let's play that. And you can play around with it to find the effect that works for you. That's how the very, very basics of working with photographs. The other things that you can do while you're in there is if you are not happy with the photograph, you can delete it by clicking on it and then pressing the bin button over here. You can add a filter to it. So let's put a filter on this picture of Harry, maybe black and white. And you can also add in some text. So let's pop in a little bit of text. Tap on the middle, where it says title text here. Press edit, and I might put ice cream, and then press enter. So when we go back to this, we should be able to play it from the start and have some titles, some transitions, and some pictures playing together. There we go. The next one along here, I've picked a little video clip and it's just from our end of year video here. But what you'll notice is, because it's a video, it's got a bit of audio in the background and I don't want that audio in my video. I can hear the kids laughing a little bit there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tap it and I'm going to press the volume button down here at the bottom. I can obviously increase the volume so it's very clear what's going on. Or I can drag it right down or even just press the volume speaker button there to mute that completely. So that means that there will be no sound when that plays. And actually, if we're going to have music in the background, I don't want any noise in the background from the kids. There we go. Okay, so we'll leave it at that for now. I hope you've found a few nice little features that you can begin to use with this, and the next time we'll look at putting in some titles, we'll look at putting in some sounds, possibly some music, and fitting it all together into a video.